Hello. In this video, we'll go ahead and do some more graphing by hand. Using transformations, graph the function following the steps provided in class. So the function is y equals 1/2 x cubed minus 2. So to graph this, the first thing we're going to want to do is to identify the parent function. Getting rid of any multiplication or subtraction, we're left with y equals x cubed. The parent table for y equals x cubed is the following. The x's are -1, 2, -1, 0, 1, and 2, and the y values are -8, -1, 0, 1, and 8. Now let's identify some transformations. This 1/2 out front is not directly associated with the x because it's not in a parentheses with the x. Therefore, it is going to affect the y value. So if we're looking at this, y equals 1/2 x cubed, we'll have the following table. Now, if the y values are going to change, the x values stay the same. So still -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. And that 1/2 is on the outside, so it is vertical. And it is multiplying, so it is going to be a stretch. Now, technically it would be a shrink, but it'd be a stretch by a factor of 1/2, meaning that we're going to multiply by 1/2. So I'm going to multiply each of the y values by 1/2. -8 times 1/2 is -4. -1 times 1/2 is -1/2. 0 times 1/2 is 0. 1 times 1/2 is 1/2. And 8 times 1/2 is 4. Excellent. The next transformation that we have here is the -2. That gives me y equals 1/2 x cubed and then -2. Notice that the -2 is outside of the parentheses, so it's not directly associated with the x. Therefore, the x value does not change. That means that the x's will be -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2, and that means that the y values will change. Now this -2, it's on the outside, so it's vertical, and it's adding or subtracting, which means that it is a shift. And it is -2 because it's outside, so you do what it says. So just make sure it's a -2. So we're going to go ahead and subtract 2 from all of the y values. -4 minus 2 is -6. -1 minus 2 is -2.5, if you will. 0 minus 2 is -2. 1/2 minus 2 is -1.5. And 4 minus 2 is 2. And that's it. That is the transformation. That's the final table that we need. So let's go ahead and graph these. Oops. We'll go ahead and graph these. -2, -6. -1, -2.5. 0, -2. 1, -1.5. 2, 2. And yes, I did just say 2, 2. And there you go. This is a cubic function, so overall it should look something like that. And if you see that, you can kind of see that in the points here. And just kind of be careful. Try not to make anything too crazy. Alrighty, well there you go. I'll go ahead and leave it here, and I will see you in the next video. Have fun.